Okay. Yes, like 2 minutes. So everybody, hey, how are you? How you doing?
Good, thank you. I'll
Good.
be
Okay, there's a couple people on.
Okay, perfect.
Let me grab.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around and tell everyone.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
It's good, it's good. Come on, guys.
How are you?
Oh, listen, I'm in love with this now. Yeah. I love the lemon and ginger. It's expensive. It's $3.59 or something. Yeah, yeah. $10. $10. Yeah. So I found the passion fruit really good, but I still enjoy the lemon and ginger. Thank you. Thank you.
And you want to start?
Yes, of course. Sure, whenever you're ready.
Is there anybody in line or not?
Yeah, where's the?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Have a couple of people online. And let me give you this each. Right here. There you go. How are you? Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Thank
Right,
you.
and then there you go. All right. I'll give you one also just so that you can have one too, okay? All right, guys, I'm so sorry. It took me 2 hours to get here. I live in Orange County, so it was like, oh my gosh. I thought I was never gonna get here. But glad to be here. And so today we're gonna talk, last time we came and last time I came, I talked, I think, quite a bit about the policy.
Yeah.
But I didn't really get a chance to tell you guys, you know, in more detail about the marketing tools that we have available. So today, I'm just gonna glance through a little bit through the policy, just to remind you guys the main things. And then I'm also gonna talk about the marketing tools that we have available for you guys. And if you guys have questions, feel free to, to ask me at this point. This is the time where you want to ask. So number one is, I just want to remind you guys again that you guys are a CRES office, which means that, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. So you guys are a CRES office, and I don't think you were in my meeting last time, right?
I was.
So I can spend some more time with you after the meeting if you'd like, because I think you're the only one that wasn't in my last class. but I'm just gonna glance through it kind of fast, and if there's anything that you have questions on after the meeting, I'll sit down with you, you know, one-on-one and stuff. So, you guys are CRES, and so the first benefit of being with CRES is that we are also with CRES, and that means that your errors and emissions, you have benefits that way, and so that brings value to you. So your seller, if you list the property, if you remember what we talked about last time, it's called Seller's Protection Plan. And if you remember, we have a certificate that you guys can pass out. I'm gonna give you, after the meeting, I'll give you guys a certificate each. So you guys can keep it with you for your listing presentations. And Seller's Protection Plan means that if that seller lists the property with you, and that seller lives in the home and it's their primary residence, it's where they actually live. When you close the escrow, then that seller has $50,000 of errors and omissions protection. Not every agent can do that. Not very many agents can do that. You guys will be able to say that, which brings value to you guys. And right now with the market the way it is, you want to bring as much value as possible. Whether the seller ends up using it or not, you know, because let's say the buyer never sues them, fine. But it's just extra protection. Nobody's ever going to say no to extra protection, especially $50,000. If the situation happened where the homeowner did go to court, there's a deductible that they have to pay of $2,500. The remaining would be covered by the E&O company up to $50,000. So as long as it's something that E&O covers. Okay, it's not like if they committed fraud or something like that, obviously E&O doesn't cover that. But this is something that you can give to them at the listing presentation and say, if you list a property with me, because this is your primary residence, and again, it's a single family condo, townhouse, mobile home, you will have this extra protection. Okay, and it's $50,000 of E&O for the first 6 months after the close of escrow. If they want to extend that, in the back, you'll see all the details, but basically in short, they pay $200 within 14 days after the close of escrow, and now they have the $50,000 for a whole year versus 6 months. That is automatically free because they went with you. Okay, are we good on that?
It should be prime resident, not vacant house or.
Not rented house,
rented.
not fixer-upper, not, you know, they live in another state. It has to be the house, their primary residence that they're living in when you close the escrow. Okay, so that's the first thing I
And
wanted
this
to.
goes for condos, goes for.
Condo, townhouse, mobile home, single family. Okay, so that's when it applies. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention regarding the CRES benefit. The other CRES benefit, do you guys remember what the benefit was for you guys? If you go to court, there's a deductible that you have to pay. There's a deductible that you guys as agents have to pay if you ever end up in court. Okay, that's any office. Okay, when you choose Old Republic Home Protection CRES, okay, and again, it's something that the E&O covers. Obviously, you didn't commit fraud as a real estate agent, right? So it will, the E&O covers you, so you go and you pay a deductible. But when you use our product after the close of escrow, Old Republic CRES, the CRES product, not the 12-month, the 13-month CRES, now your deductible, your personal deductible would be reduced by $5,000. So if this office deductible is $10,000, the max that you would pay would be $5,000. Okay, it's $5,000 off the top.
It is the agent's fault.
If you end up in court, if they sue you, you have to pay a deductible. It doesn't matter what office you're in. That's the way it goes. But there's a deductible in any office that you have to pay. The benefit here is that if the deductible is 10 or 15,000 max in your office, whatever it may be, it's less $5,000 for you. So it's $5,000 less than you would pay. Okay, do you guys understand that? Yep, okay, perfect. So that's the E&O side. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about the other home warranty, like marketing tools that we have. Number one, have you guys seen, last time when I came, I brought some of these cards. They're called the anniversary. So we have different kinds of ways to help you stay in touch with your clients. They say that 68% of your clients leave you, not because of the competition, but because the agents do not take the time to make the client feel informed or appreciated.
So this is home warranty, right? So,
Correct.
you know, what is so like the large deal? Like, how much can someone really sue you for if it's just warranty? It's not like something.
Oh, warranty, it's warranty. It's your appliances that
I
are in
know.
your home.
No, I know, but it's not like they'll sue you for more than like 50,000, right?
I'm not talking about just home warranty issues. I'm talking about in general, if they were ever to sue you and you end up in court, you have to pay a deductible as an agent.
I'm saying, like, for example, give me an example of what can go wrong.
I mean, I'm not an E&O person, so kind of like, so it's like.
'Cause I've
really
never
not-
been in this situation
Uh-huh.
before.
But it's
like,
anything that they may sue you for, maybe, the house didn't, I don't know. I can't really give you, because I'm not certified in the air, I don't have my license for Arizona Mission. I have my license for home warranty, so I could only tell you what we offer. But, I'm sure like your E&O attorney can send you some benefits, or maybe, some scenarios and stuff, or we can try to see if we can, maybe I can help schedule, the CRES E&O attorney to come in and explain to them, so we can talk about that
and the
other stuff.
E&O attorney-
Yeah, so I would rather, not like, I can't answer your question like as to what scenarios, because again, I'm not licensed in that. But anything that you would be sued for, that the E&O covers, your deductible would be
and-
reduced by
and
5,000.
For example, they can really sue you for something for like $1 million.
They can sue you for whatever, but there's a cap, because that's why you pay E&O. You add up every check, or I don't know how you guys do it in this office, but usually in offices, they take money out of your paychecks.
But for
Right.
example, let's say the AC goes wrong, right?
Mhm.
Or like, what is the most that you've heard that somebody sues in this case?
Just
one.
so many didn't, I can't really give you examples and stuff, but there's like so many different reasons why agents will get sued and end up going to court and stuff. And usually, the homeowners, it's totally different, when you're doing the transaction with them, and then afterwards, when they go to court, everybody's what's in it for me. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes and stuff. So you always want to make sure that you're protected. So what I'm offering to you is extra protection for you. So you would rather, like the E&O pay the 5,000 than you pay the 5,000, right? So that's all I'm here to say is that we have that when you use our
So
product.
is there a cost to us for that?
No, the only cost is that you're using CRES. You're writing CRES, Old Republic Home Protection on there, and
And
you're
then you
closing the
want to extend
transaction.
that warranty from 6 months to a year, and the owner doesn't want to pay, but can we extend it for?
For them?
new tenants?
Yeah, for the 50,000? Yeah, for them, yes, anybody can pay. The only thing is, you'll have to read this, and I'm gonna give this certificate to everybody that's here today before we leave, so that way you have that and you can implement that into your listing presentations. Okay, so that's. Yes,
That's for home protection. And usually we include it in the offer.
for the home warranty, yes.
Yeah, so then, you're saying about 50,000, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's why, because I kind of talked about this last time too, but there's extra benefits when you're using the home warranty with us. Because see how it says Old Republic Home Protection, that's our home warranty. But the CRES, that is the Arizona Missions company that you guys work with, and that's also who we are partnered up with. Yes. So there's benefits, yes. Yes, so there's extra benefits, yes, not just the home
Up to
warranty,
50 grand.
up to 50,000 for the homeowner, yes. Okay, so, I also wanted to talk about, so we have 3 different types of marketing tools. We have our automatic tools, our free tools, and then our customizable tools. So how many of you guys already signed up on the toolbox? I know quite a bit of you guys signed up. You, did you sign up on the toolbox? Yeah. Yeah, and did you guys get to use it yet or no?
No.
You haven't? Okay, so maybe we'll be able to, practice. All right. Woo-hoo. All right, there you go. You know what? If I have a gift card in the car, I'm gonna give you a gift card, okay? Because you did it, you took action and stuff, and that's good. And so, if you haven't signed up,
I had
for
an
the-
open house, and then I gave them out that part.
you gave them out, see?
Because I have my menu.
Yeah, your recipe and stuff
Yeah.
in there. So, you guys can like, if you can pass it around so they can
Oh,
see and stuff.
absolutely.
And if you didn't get a chance to do it, then after the meeting today, I can sit down with you and I can help you sign up on the toolbox. It's gonna take no more than 5-7 minutes. And then I can help you guys, customize different marketing tools. So that's our customizable tools. Okay, so some of our automatic tools are these, and some of you guys might have seen these cards already. So we have our anniversary congratulations cards. You guys can get them via email from us to you. Or you can get them as a hard copy this way, depending on how you signed up on the toolbox. That's how you're gonna get it. I'll give you an example right now. So like the first card says, when you close the escrow, this is the card that I'm gonna bring to you. It says, I enjoyed serving you as your real estate professional. I hope you find much happiness in your new home. Remember that Old Republic Home Protection was purchased for your home. If you experience any problems, major systems or appliances, Old Republic, the phone number to call us. If you found my assistance helpful, please pass on my name along to anyone you know who may be looking for real estate services. I do appreciate your referrals. What you do with these cards is you sign and you stamp. A lot of times agents, for some reason, I don't know why, but they like the side, right? Different pictures and stuff, and then they'll put them on their desks like this or something like that, just to look at the pretty pictures, but it's not for that. It's for you guys to mail out to your customers so you can stay in touch. Then, like 10 months, 11 months later, I'm gonna bring in another card that says, it says, a year, I enjoyed, oh, I brought you guys the same card, hold on. Let's see. Okay, a year has passed since you bought your home. I'm glad I was able to assist you as a real estate agent and talk a little bit about Old Republic. And then it says, if you know anyone needing real estate services, please pass on my name and number. I do appreciate your referrals. Thank you. Name, stamp, you send this out. These are automatic. You don't need to order them from, sometimes people are like, oh, I like to order them. You don't have to order them. As long as you're representing the buyers, I will automatically bring them to you. Okay, so that's two things. The other thing I wanted to show you is, for instance, like this is a service card. So this is another card that I bring into you guys. So like this one was a plumbing leak pressure regulator. It cost $1,212. So far on this property, we've spent $1,400. It has the agent's name and her company, and then it has what property. So I bring these to you. When I bring these to you, what's a good thing to do? If I bring this card to you and I put it on your desk, what would you do with this card?
Think.
Give it to someone or what?
This is not, I mean, like, if I gave you this card, what would you do
As an agent,
as an agent? This is one of your clients. We did $1,400 worth of work at their house.
I would put it in command, KW command in my database system for future references, and then, I mean, I don't know, you would be a contact.
Okay,
All right.
okay, so that person would be a contact, okay. Would anybody pick up the phone? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I would pick up the phone and tell my clients, or I would also
Yeah.
post it to
Go
my
there.
websites.
There you go. So I would call your client and tell the client, hey, I see that they just did work on your house. I wanted to follow up and make sure, maybe they didn't even call you to tell you that there was work being done, but now you have a card, right? So it's a warm call and you're calling them about something because you're concerned. You want to make sure that everything went okay. What if they say, oh yeah, perfect, thank you. Well, a great so, hey, do you know anybody interested in buying or selling? Or what if they're upset? They're like, well, yeah, but they didn't do this and blah, blah, blah. Then that also is the open door for you to say, hey, Gloria, I appreciate you guys did work for $1,400, but my client is still not very happy because they want more work to be done or something else is still wrong. So then you could let me know, what the situation is and I will look into it, see what we can do to help. Okay, so any questions on this so far? No, okay. Then we also have door hangers. So we have and I have door hangers in my car right now. So if you guys are door knocking and you guys need door hangers, let me know
Yeah, I need
before I
that door
leave.
hanger.
Okay, so I'll bring you guys all my door hangers that I have. Okay, I have. So these are just two of them. You guys can pass them around, then I'll take them. One of them is an open house, door hanger. Another one is, just, price it right. We have English, Spanish door hangers. We have a lot of different kinds of door hangers and stuff. I have them all in my car. We can go ahead and send them back. Here's another thing I want to mention. Okay, so we also, at your open houses, how do you let the customer know that that house has a home warranty?
So you have those signs that you can take from that and put it.
Yes. So these are tent cards. Okay, so this is one of the things. I have a bunch of my cards. So if you guys are doing open houses, right now, then let me know. And then after when I leave, I will go ahead and bring you guys some sign writers. I have these. It lets a potential buyer know that the house does have a home warranty on it, either through the seller's coverage or through, afterwards for the new buyers. Same concept. This is a sign writer right here. Lets the customer know. You can put them in the windows. You can put them in, inside the house. You can put them underneath the, just listed post, sign outside. whatever it is that you want. I brought a couple of red ones like this, so if you need some like this, and I see, I have some back there as well. But if you need some, just let me know after the meeting. I'll also bring some out of my car. I didn't bring them right now because I was already kind of rushing, behind. Seller's coverage. I'm gonna ask you guys, I asked when I came last time, I talked about seller's coverage. Who wants to tell me what seller's coverage is?
With the home warranty, well, the property is covered by a home warranty
During when?
during whatever the period.
During the time that it's listed and
Okay.
during the time that it's an escrow. And then once you open escrow, you let us know, and then the home warranty will convert over to the buyer's coverage. Now, remember that during seller's coverage, who can tell me how much it costs, a seller's coverage? How much is it? I didn't hear you.
Zero.
No, how much is seller's coverage? No,
500, I thought it's gone up.
how much is seller's coverage? It's, remember, the
Dollar.
coverage is per day.
It's $1.
It's per day. It's in the back, it's in the blue box, the very back.
Well, you have it right here.
$1.33.
$1.33 a day, it's in the back right here, you guys will notice right here. So this is all it costs. I'm gonna tell you guys a story that happened this week. So this is right here, single family, and then this is a condo down here as well, okay? It's about, what did we say? $1.33 or $2.11 for the gold, okay? That's how much it costs, the day that it's, you have it right there, so that's how much it costs, the day you order it to the day it closes escrow. Oh, I thought I gave you one. Okay, the day you order it till the day it closes escrow. If we did $2,000 worth of work, and I know I mentioned this last time, during that time, and it does not close escrow, who pays for it?
Nobody.
Nobody. Yep, we do. Okay, now what if we spend $2,000 and now you closed escrow, what happens?
Nobody pays for it. It's part of the $2.
Okay, so how much do we get paid for out of the 2,000?
Whatever.
Daily or.
The daily rate, plus the new buyers, whatever the new buyers are gonna be. So we do ask, the benefit for you guys as the agents by offering the seller's product is what? You get the listing, hopefully, it helps you to get the listing, it helps you to add more value. Today, that's what I wanna talk about the most, adding value to the customers. Because right now, more than ever, is like with the market changing and stuff, that's everywhere I'm going to, all the offices, that's what brokers are saying. You have to know your value. You have to give that to your customers so that they can, you know, if you're a selling agent and you're gonna be a listing agent, I just gave you this right here, huge thing for added value, because not a lot of people are gonna offer this. $50,000 of possible protection is huge. It's huge. That could be the thing that separated you from 3 other agents that were trying to get that listing. Okay, so that's value. Second value, seller's coverage. Coverage during the listing and during the escrow period of the systems and the appliances, if anything was to go wrong during that time, bless you. Okay, so, the only things that we don't cover during seller's coverage is the roof. Okay, because remember, roof is automatically included for the buyer, but not during seller's coverage. The other 3 things we don't cover is the washer, dryer, refrigerator, but everything else we do cover. That's the air, the heater, the water heater. This week, on Tuesday, right, I was driving home, an agent called me. He says, we're about to close escrow next week, and I need a favor. And I'm like, okay, just a little favor. And then I'm like, well, what's the problem? So he says, well, I have a listing, we're already in escrow, we're about to close, we got the home warranty, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. And then he goes, but we didn't get seller's coverage, but we already ordered the home warranty for the buyer. And I said, great. He was, well, the water heater is not working, it's leaking. So we want to see if we can add the seller's coverage so that they can cover the water heater. What am I gonna say?
No.
No, right? Because now if he would have had if he would have had the seller's coverage on his listing, would we have covered that?
Yeah.
More than likely, yes. More than likely, yes. But he didn't have it. So I can't add it after the fact. I mean, like seller's coverage is such a liability for us. We're not making money on it. So at the very least, agents should be taking advantage of it, but not in the way where like, oh, let's have a problem, let's call home warranty now during the seller's coverage. It doesn't work that way. So you guys gotta remember, because I've had, you know, a couple phone calls during listings that are about to close, that have all of a sudden problems, that the home warranty would have covered it if they only would have gotten it. Okay,
For the cellar, you said roof, washer and dryer, and what else?
and refrigerator.
Great.
Yeah,
You said-
but what we do cover is plumbing, electrical appliances like the stove, oven, dishwasher, garbage disposal, microwave, water heater, the heater. And code upgrades, permits and Holloway, if you do the code. I mean, if you do the gold coverage on that. Another thing about between the silver and the gold during seller's coverage only is that the air conditioner and the heater would only have a $500 limit with the silver, whereas with the gold, it would have a $1,500 limit. Okay, and the reason we do this is, again, because why do you think we're putting these conditions during seller's coverage? Why do you think we put these conditions only during the seller's coverage?
What's your question again?
Why do you think that we put these conditions during seller's coverage?
So that they don't come and add it later, or like in the middle. When it's all of an inspection happens and you discover problems, we're hoping that they have it from the beginning.
Yeah, okay, so that's one of the reasons, the condition of not adding it after you have the close of escrow. But the condition of the limits for us is because we're putting ourselves in a lot of liability without really having any guarantee of ever getting any money at all. Like, we may spend $2,000 and might get zero of payment. Okay, so it's a lot of liability for us, so that's why we have to have these extra conditions, okay? So now, do you guys know when you go and get the listing, now, I said, single family condo, townhouse, mobile home, available for all of those during seller's coverage. When you get the listing, how do you get that? How do you get seller's coverage? Is it automatic in your office?
No, we have to follow.
You have to let us know, because I'm only saying this because some agents think that it's automatic. It's not automatic. You have to definitely let us know that you got a listing. I just need the address, the seller's name and number, and what kind of coverage, and we'll go ahead and add it on there.
We call you or? your-
Preferably you can email me, because, and then my assistant will go ahead. You just need to give us the address of the property, the seller's name, their phone number and their email, and just say, I want the gold or the silver. This is a single family or this is a condo. As long as the homes are under how many square foot, it's the same price. Do you remember the square footage limit? 5,000. So 5,000 is our limit. If it's the house is over 5,000, then that's special pricing.
So I'm really trying to digest this. Why, we're gonna get, when the seller sells a home, the buyer is gonna pay home warranty, right? Get home warranty.
When the seller sells a home, the buyer's gonna get the warranty,
Yeah,
yes.
so why would the seller get it?
So like I just gave that example right now,
Yeah.
see like the water heater. So let's just say you have a listing and you're about to close on your listing, and all of a sudden,
Oh,
what happens? Your water heater breaks down.
Oh.
What are you gonna say? Wait till after the close of escrow and then the home warranty is gonna take care of it? No, because it's considered pre-existing. Because it's not something, home warranties will cover things that break down for you due to normal wear and tear after the close of escrow, not before.
So this is before they sell the house.
If you're getting seller's coverage, then you got the coverage during listing and escrow. You can, put your eyes and everything like that. Yeah, that's but you can, but I'm not gonna say that. And a lot of times, let's say it's a plumbing issue, okay? If you tell your customer, you wait 3 weeks, 4 weeks on a plumbing issue and they acquire mold or something like that, or secondary damages, who do you think, when you go to court, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be liable because you're like misleading them. You know, you're telling them to do something that probably is gonna cause more damage and stuff. So you're better off, it's peace of mind. Ultimately, if you remember, peace of mind, any insurance, peace of mind, whether you use it or not, but to know that it's there, it's peace of mind. So when you're getting the listing, it's only $1 to $2 a day from the day you order it for the biggest investment. So I strongly suggest you guys get the seller's coverage on all your listings. Okay, and then all I ask is that when you do close escrow, that you let them know, hey, we're already with Old Republic, we're gonna stay with them. Okay, so there's seller's protection, seller's coverage now.
Sorry, seller's protection doesn't cover after escrow, right?
This is the seller's coverage
Not
right here,
saying once you close escrow, the seller's coverage is over.
is over, and now it converts over to the buyers,
Yeah.
right?
And hopefully it'd be Old Republic. still.
Yes, and then, I think when you tell them, it's already with Old Republic Home Protection, and it'll eliminate any let's say that if there is a problem or something that could have been there before the close of escrow, it'll most likely eliminate anything not being covered because of pre-existing matters.
And then if the buyer doesn't want to continue with the home warranty from Old Republic, then I, as a listing agent, should ensure that you're covered from the time Old Republic was initiated until the close of escrow, if the buyer doesn't want to continue.
Yeah, but if it doesn't close, you don't even pay us any,
Are you serious?
we're out, 100%.
But
So
hopefully
we're
they-
kind of like putting our trust in you, that we're saying, you know what, do your best to try to use us after. We can't force you, but like I said before, a lot of reps don't offer seller's coverage because it's not like, it's not a moneymaker for us. But where I see the money is that afterwards, it does come to us with the buyer.
And the seller at that point can't say, hey, here, Old Republic, for 30 days, I'm gonna give you a check for,
I don't even know if our system would be able to take the money.
okay, I just wanna cover all the
Yeah.
bases.
Yeah, so, but just do your best. Now, remember, when you're offering seller's coverage, we do offer different flyers and stuff available for you guys to take to your listing presentations to let them know the value of, listing the property with you. And these are some of the things that sellers, coverage does. And it also helps, if you're a buyer and the seller tells you, hey, this house has a home warranty on there already, that already picks up the interest of the buyer, knowing that, the main systems and appliances more than likely are gonna be in good shape. Okay, so here's a flyer on that. I'm just kind of putting all these things together so you guys can kind of see everything. Now, any questions so far on what we talked about? No? Okay, so we have our automatic tools right here with the door hangers. We have our customizable tools, which I'm gonna talk about next. Okay, and here, I'm gonna put these cards here as well. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about the toolbox. How many of you guys did not sign up on the toolbox last time? So everybody here is in our toolbox? You're not in the toolbox yet? No? Did you sign up on the toolbox? No, okay, and she didn't sign up on the toolbox either, right? No,
No,
okay,
and
but
I'm
you
sure
two
that
did?
you sign up for the
You two
toolbox.
did, okay.
I did.
Did you sign up on the toolbox? No,
We
did
did,
you?
that's why you have your flyer.
Yeah, you did, okay.
I didn't
So
sign up.
at the end, if you guys can stay maybe for like 5 minutes, and then I can help you guys sign up on the toolbox. I don't want them to have to do the same thing over again, so I'll do it after the meeting. Okay, but our toolbox has a lot of different marketing tools. It tells you all the different tools that we have available, not just customizable. Did you guys see his newsletter? That's one of the things. Did everybody see his newsletter or no? Yeah, okay. So that's one of the things that we do offer, that you can put them in businesses, you can mail them out, you can door knock with them. You can do, send them out to your family and friends. A lot of times, people that are, let's say that your relatives, you guys get shy about advertising to them sometimes. The newsletter is just a subtle way of reminding them, hey, I'm in the business if you guys need anything. So we have newsletters, calendars in there, just listed, just little postcards. The just listed postcard is really cool. Like, I have a couple of agents of mine in another area, but what they do is when they go out to get that listing, or even beforehand, they go ahead and print out a card. You can create it in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, this card. All you're doing is taking a picture of the house and then put the address, how much it's gonna cost and all of that. And as soon as you get the listing, or even before, if you wanna go beforehand, kind of confident, just say, look, I already have cards ready, available for you. Already available so that I can, try to prospect out your home and stuff. So these are all the tools that I can help you with after we finish the meeting, and to customize. We're just gonna upload your picture, your logo, your personal information. We have all the different marketing tools on there already. Any questions on this? No? Okay, so we'll sign up on that. Certificates. Okay, this is, okay. So when your client has a problem, there's a deductible that they have to pay. Who knows how much the deductible is? $100. Okay, so when your customer is gonna pay $100, you know that they're gonna service them. You can ask me for one of these, and I will go ahead and send it into service so that they don't have to pay the deductible. I can also text you this certificate, and then you can forward it to your clients when they're placing the service claim, So then that way you let them know, hey, don't worry about the $100 deductible, it's on me. Okay, however you wanna put it, but when you say that to them, what is that telling them?
That I got you,
Yes, and when you're telling them that you got them, what does that mean to them?
that they're safe and they're in good hands.
Yes, and that means in return, they're gonna wanna reciprocate, right? And so that's what it is, kinda, I think you'll notice, and I had mentioned last time when I came, I had just came back from the Mike Ferry Superstar Retreat. And that was one of the biggest things that Mike Ferry said, that as agents, that you guys have to, number one, become listing agents, okay? If you don't wanna deal with all the selling agent stuff. And number two is you have to know your value, and you have to be able to, be able to present that value to the customers so that they don't have to, whether you're listing or selling agent, it doesn't matter. If they trust you and they feel that you're after their best interest, they're gonna pay. It doesn't matter because they're gonna trust you. So these are all the things that I have, and I'm sure there's a lot of other different vendors, title, termite, whatever, you need to get together with all your affiliates, and he also said this. Get together with your affiliates and see what they have available that can help you separate yourself from the competition and help your client know that you have much value to add comparison to everybody else. Right? And so that's what, so here's another, I would say this is a marketing tool for you guys. So you could say, hey, they do charge a deductible, but when you have, this is only for buyers, okay, not for sellers. But when you do have your first service claim, let me know, and I will make sure that your first service claim is taken care of, so I'm saving you $100. Okay, value. Okay, if everybody decides that they don't want to get a home warranty, but you decide that, okay, you know what, I'm gonna split it with the agent, or I'm gonna contribute a portion because I believe in the home warranty and I think that they should get it. We have a certificate in there that you can fill out. It's a special paper. I just kind of printed this one out real fast, but it lets them know that you're paying for the home warranty on there. Okay, so we do offer the certificate. At the close of escrow, you also want to give them this. I would give them this, the confirmation, and this. When you're giving them their closing papers, okay, if you're giving them something physical, this is what I would definitely do. I would fill this out for them. It just says, what is the plan number, holder's name, the coverage property, the plan number, where they call for service, and then when it expires and what kind of type of coverage they have. You can give them this, and you can even highlight the plan that they have. After the close of escrow, do you know how many days they have to make any changes? To add or subtract the coverage? How many? Nope, no. They have 60 days. 60 days after the close of escrow to make any changes that they want. A lot of times, 8 months will pass by and they're like, oh, we want to add roof coverage. Why do they want to add roof coverage? Most likely something went wrong. Okay, so are we gonna say yes? No, home warranties are gonna say no in general, so are we. So don't, make sure that they understand, because a lot of times, number one thing, homeowners will say, my agent didn't tell me, they said this is what I have and that's all. Right, and they act like they didn't know, not that maybe, I'm not saying acting, but maybe they didn't know, but truthfully, just remind them. You have 60 days to make any changes, and then if they have questions for you, just text me their information or email me their information, say, hey, Gloria, this is my customer. This is their name, their address. Can you please give them a call and see what you can do to assist? Okay, and then that way we can explain to them the ABCs on home warranties. Statistics show the more they understand the home warranty, the more use they're gonna get from it, right? And then they're gonna be more grateful to you. Okay, so that's another thing that we have. All right. Here is who's like in here. Who would rather do stuff online and be done like within 3 minutes, or be on the phone on hold for like 20 minutes? Well, what do you rather do? A is you're on the phone calling someone and they put that you're on hold and hold 10, 15, 20 minutes. Here you go online and you're ordering a service and it takes you maybe 3-4 minutes. Which one's better? This.
Time
Right here?
management, yeah.
Yes, time management, right? This one. So what we have is called Homeowner Central. Homeowner Central, I can show you guys after if you like how to access that. Or if you, does everybody have their phone on you? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have something that's called Homeowner Central. If you text me to send it to you, I'll text it to you. Okay, I'm gonna give you my cell phone right now. And just say, send me the homeowner central, information, and I will send it to you. And basically what that is, it's basically a site that your customer can go ahead and sign up on, kind of like a toolbox, so it's much easier. And all they're doing is if they have a plumbing leak or anything like that, they go on there, they put their name, their company, their name, their phone number, their email, and then what the problem is, and then it's like they're doing it live, and then they will get a response back.
Homeowner Central?
Homeowner Central. Yeah, so just text me and say, send me homeowner central info. I'll give you my cell. It's 562. And if you can, send me your name on there, also your information. That way, if I don't have you in my system, I'll put you in there. So it's 562.
Hold on, okay. 1562.
659. 4335. Okay, I'm gonna have you do two things right now, since all you guys are on there as well. So you can text me that and I'll text you back the information on that, okay? And if you can send me your info, even better. And then the second thing I want to see if you guys can send me is an email, because I want to send you guys a PDF. Who has a PDF of the brochure? Do you guys have a PDF of the brochure? Okay, but would you like it better as a PDF and then you can save it so that if your customer ever wants to see it, you can send it to them? If you do, email me right now. I'll give you my email and then just say, can you send me a PDF and a template? And Jackie's gonna do this, my assistant. Okay.
You got from online, your website?
You can, but some people don't like to do that. Some people prefer to get the PDF. Yeah. So if you email me at Gloria N, you all have my email, glorian@orhp.com to send you the PDF of the brochure, the 13-month brochure, and to send you the template. That template is gonna tell you all the information we need in order to order a plan, okay? So that's another thing. Any questions on what I talked about right now? Any questions? Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna just end with this, and then we can, like, whoever wants to stay can go ahead and, I'll help you with the toolbox or any marketing tools. Okay, unless do you have any questions? No?
Yeah, but just give me your email again, please.
Gloria N,
Hold on.
Gloria and.
Gloria N at ORH,
Gloria, I'm sorry.
it's okay, Gloria N like Nancy,
O-R.
Gloria N, and then at ORH like house,
At
P like Peter,
ORH,
P.com.
ORHP.com.
Correct, Gloria N at orhp.com. Just say, can you send me the PDF of the 13-month brochure? And also send me the template of info needed, for an order or information needed. She'll send you the template. Jackie's helping me do that right now. All right, so I just kind of want to end because this is a marketing meeting and I told you I wanted to kind of share a little bit of my takeaways from Mike Ferry. And so I'm gonna read the first one and then I'll pass it around so everybody can read one, if that's okay. Yes? Okay,
Before
yes.
you do that, please send me what?
13-month brochure, PDF of the 13-month brochure. And then information needed to order. So that way you guys always know what we need to order. Yes.
I just want to give you a compliment.
Oh, thank you.
I think, you're one of the best reps here.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
I know a lot of other people come here, but I'm gonna choose you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Today, thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Hi, Gloria.
When you
Yes.
want to print your brochures like this, you do it monthly,
Yes,
right?
the newsletters, yes.
The newsletters, so that you can have your menu per month
Yes.
change.
Can I borrow yours so I can talk about that over here so they can see it as well? Thank you. Yes, thank you, thank you. You already got a certificate. You're not gonna get two, okay?
Oh, damn.
And thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay, I keep forgetting that there's people on here.
No, it's fine.
I wanted to just quickly go through the newsletter and the toolbox. Now, if you guys, that's
Oh, wait,
online.
just one quick question.
Yes.
Essence,
Oh, hi guys. Gloria, is there anything to add jury protection for a buyer?
No, not jury protection. It would just be they would have, if the seller got sued by the buyer, okay? Because that's who would be protected, the seller, because they're listing the property with you. Then that seller would go to court, they would pay a deductible of up to $2,500, no more than that. And then they would be covered up to $50,000. So as long as it's something that the E&O covers.
No,
Does
for
that-
a buyer. For a buyer, and we want to use the insurance. Is there any coverage for
Benefit?
jury? Yeah, any benefit?
Yes, on the E&O side, for the buyers, there is no benefit. The only benefit for them would be that they're actually getting a 13-month coverage. It's more on the home warranty side. The fact that they're getting a 13-month plan versus 12 months, they're also getting a plan that includes the roof coverage on there. And they're also getting a plan that the roof limit goes up to $1,500 versus most home warranties, $1,000.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes.
I also.
Uh-huh.
What about like, does it cover smart home devices like Nest?
Yes, and actually, we do cover smart home devices on there as well. I'm gonna send you a flyer, or before I leave, can you remind me?
Yes, of
And I'll give you the flyer, and I'll have her post the flyer for all you guys. But the smart devices are part of our plan. Some home warranties, you have to pay extra, like the thermostat or things like that. With us, it's already included. Okay, so do know that. Thank you. That was a good question. Yes, and we just came up with a flyer on that one. Yes. And our plan will be changing soon, just letting you know. It's in the works right now. And so we're fighting really hard, not fighting, but we're like really advocating. And I think we're going to be making even more positive changes towards our plan for this next season coming up. And I'll be back obviously too. Today, we didn't really touch on the plan because last time we really went over the plan and stuff. But before I go into these last little tips that I got from the My Ferry Takeaway, is I do want to talk about the newsletters. They say that newsletters is one of the most effective forms of communication that you can have with your clients. Okay, so I'm going to ask right here in the room, how many of you guys stay in touch with your clients once a month? 2 people? Okay, how about every other month? Okay, how about every 3 months? Yeah, every 3 months. Okay. Like I said at the beginning, I don't know if you caught it, and that might be a little off right now, but in general, about 68% of your clients leave you, not because of the competition, but because the agent does not take the time to foster those relationships. Newsletters is one of the most effective forms of communication that you can have with your clients. It builds strong relationships. Also, because it's constant, if you do it every month, you're like, I don't like to say training. I don't remember like a word that I can say right now, but it becomes automatic in their subliminal mind. And so like, if you start sending the newsletters out, always send them out on the same day. So if you're going to send them on the 10th, always send them out on the 10th. Don't miss. If you do it for like 6 to 7 months consistently and you stop, you're going to get some phone calls. We've already done tests on this. Okay. And they're going to say, where's my newsletter? So you've now trained them, or, to like educated them, or however you want to say, to receive your newsletters. Okay. This is honestly, how long does it take you to do the newsletter now?
Not even a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Not even a minute and a half. They're Keller Williams friendly. Keller Williams is the only, I guess, real estate name that we actually did a Keller Williams friendly colors. We didn't do that with anybody else. So you have the choice when you sign up on the toolbox to say if you're a Keller Williams agent or if you're not. If you're not, then they get like a little bit more, but it's different colors. When you choose Keller Williams, everything turns Keller Williams friendly. A lot of red in there. Okay, and it's every month, different information. In the regular non-Keller Williams version, we have them in black and white. Actually in Keller Williams, we don't have black and white, only red. But in the other versions, we have them in black and white, and then also in as a team or as an individual. Okay, and every month it's different information. You trifold these newsletters. I'm kind of gonna try to show them right here. I'm not gonna mess your newsletter up. And then you ask your title rep for the labels. And then if you have a bulk mail with the post office, you can even upload the photo of the bulk mail, so you don't have to put the stamps. You just need to buy that little label and then you can mail them out. And then, so since you're not paying for envelope, it's probably much, much cheaper too. And because you're doing bulk rate, the stamps are much, much cheaper as well. Okay, if you're gonna email them, there's also a way to save it into your file, into your computer, so that when you're emailing this newsletter, it can just be a direct open, because a lot of people don't like to open attachments because of, everything, the viruses and all of that. So you want to save it in a way so that it's gonna be a direct open for your customers. I don't wanna say a challenge, I guess. If you guys start to do, let's say 10 people this month, do 20 people the following month, do 30 people, and you add, and you will see, I have so many testimonies of people saying that they have gotten business from this newsletter, to the point that I went to a funeral with a real estate agent. I was walking with her. Her name is Maria. And a client came up to her. She was like, "Oh, Doña Maria." They said it in Spanish. "You're the one that sends me the newsletter." And she's like, "Oh, she's the one that helped me with this." And it was just like, and literally we're at a funeral. Okay, we are at a funeral. So these newsletters, they work. If you have never sent anything out to your customers, please, if there's anything you remember of the 1,000 words I said or more words I said, do the newsletters. If you don't do the newsletters, do something every month. Do it every time in the same time. And I promise you, you will see results from the people, okay, from your clients.
What was that you said we must ask our title rep for?
I'm sorry?
You said ask our title rep for,
Oh, your title rep, to show you how to do a direct open, if you don't know how to do a direct open. A lot of title reps will do that. Because it's better, it's gonna be, the rate of open for your emails is much higher when you do a direct open versus an attachment. Okay, and you don't have to worry about spelling or anything like that, and it's pretty seasonal, so you wanna stay, if you're gonna send it out in August, pick the month of August, don't pick the month of February, because like, let's say it's February, you may have little hearts on there, it's it's a seasonal newsletter. Okay, any
I like
questions? Yeah, you love it, right? Yeah, because how long would it take to create a newsletter? A lot. Even if you don't do anything else out of all the things that we have in here, do the newsletter. I highly recommend it. I think that it's gonna get good results for you. Okay, any questions online? No?
You mentioned labels, getting labels from.
That was from the title rep. Title rep
Okay.
usually gives the title, the labels for
Okay,
that.
perfect.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to share this with you guys. I don't know if I should I wanted to kind of go around. I'll read like 2 or 3 of these. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mike Ferry. I went to the Mike Ferry Superstar Retreat, and there was probably, gosh, I think like 4,000 or 5,000 agents there from throughout the nation. And so I took a lot of notes. I actually did a class at another office. And so I'm not gonna do the class in here, at least not today, but I do wanna give you like the final little takeaways for me. I thought that it was good. One thing he said is change will happen. Change will happen when I decide it's gonna happen. So we need to, not, depend on anybody else. If you want to lose weight, just say, you know what, that's it. I'm making a change and I'm gonna lose the weight. So that's one thing that he said. Forget about the money when it comes to the commission. Instead, focus on the quality of work you are doing and the money will come. So, I think that speaks for itself, right? I always like to say, treat your customer like if it's your mom, your family, your parents, or something like that. And chances are you are going to continue to get that referral business. The other thing I wrote is do things that are different to help you expand your mind. So he said, we get used to doing things a certain way, even if you're to the point, let's say you write with your right, write with your left hand. Challenge yourself for an hour, write with your left hand. Do things that are different because it activates something in your brain that you typically don't use. So I'm gonna pass it around, and then if you just stop a little bit, then I'll remember what we talked about. So read maybe the next 3, and then you give it to him. I already wrote this, read these. Number 4.
read it out loud.
Oh,
Yeah, allowed, yeah.
Put yourself in a situation where you control the destiny you want. Talking to people all the time, because I feel comfortable on unless they are.
Okay, so which one was it?
Number, this,
You read this one, right?
yes,
The coaching mastermind and having an accountability partner. I guess I'll just read them out loud. It's better. Unless you guys want to go around, okay? Just read them out kind of louder.
Where was she? Where was she?
Coaching. Right.
Okay. Put yourself in a situation where you control the destiny you want.
Okay, you want to read another one?
Talking to people all the time, it is the path we have to be on and stay on.
So I'm gonna ask you guys a question, because he did mention, he really specifically talked about this. How many of you guys, when you go to the market, when you go to the store, wherever you're at the mall, are constantly talking real estate?
I'm always.
Always talking, and that he says you're always a real estate agent, you know? And so I'll tell you, I go to the market sometimes, I don't know, there's something about me, but people ask me, do you sell houses? You know, and I was like, well, I do home warranty, you know, I don't sell houses and stuff, but you always, you know, you're always an agent. You're not just an agent 5 to 9, you're an agent all the time, and that's what he said, you have to have that mindset. Okay, you
I
want
go
to,
and sit at my pastimes and wait for the customers to come in and I'll start talking. to them.
yeah, that's good, that's the way it has to be. You want to read the next two?
Number of reasons people don't prospect is fear of rejection. Knowledge equals confidence and ignorance equals fear.
So how many of you guys don't prospect because of fear? Right, because we don't want people to tell us no, or what's the outcome gonna be,
I'm lazy.
because you're lazy. Okay, well, at least you're honest,
That's a
right? You're
fact.
honest with yourself. Yes, you're honest with yourself.
Change will happen when you decide to
To
change.
change, yes.
Oh.
Okay, all right, you want to read the next one?
Invest in the things that will help you better. Help you get better.
Yes, get better. Okay, invest in the things that's gonna help you to be better. Okay, like putting yourself in coaching and things like that. Invest in the things that will, okay, so we're right here.
Right where?
Be strict.
Oh, okay. Be strict about your schedule and be accountable. Money management, set up yourself for wealth and to be debt-free. Get out of my own way and be transformed in the way that creates what I want. You want me to go? Turn up the intensity on my purpose.
Okay, so how many of you guys, when you wake up in the morning, say, you know, tell me where you're at?
Oh, turn up the intensity of my purpose.
Yeah, so he says, you know, you have to kind of remember, why are you waking up? Why are you doing what you're doing? So he just, you know, I mean, and this is agents nationwide that he's talking to. I mean, some agents make millions of dollars, I mean, up there and stuff, and they're all just like attentively listening to, I mean, and these are things that we can all do. It doesn't matter how much you make or how much you don't make. It's because he says it all starts here. So, let me see here. You want to read one? Yes. This one right here.
Work on asking better questions. Listen more carefully to the answer and spend more time practicing your scripts and presentation style. Ask open-ended questions: who, what, when, where, and why.
Okay, so do you guys get that? So he really took a long time on that, like hour, like I think an hour at least he took on asking open-ended questions. So when you're asking a lot of times, like as agents, this is what he says. I'm not saying this, I'm just saying what he said, right? And so he says that a lot of times when you guys are going out there, you're telling the customer what is best for them when you're not really paying attention to what they want. And he said, it's not about you. He goes, when you make it about you, it's your ego. He says, you have to make it about them and making sure that you're communicating properly with them to find out what it is that their needs are by asking the right questions, and they have to be open-ended questions and to really know your scripts. And I think I heard through the grapevine that he's coming up with new scripts. So if I can get those, I'm gonna bring them here so that you guys can have them on this new change that's going on with selling agents and stuff, which I think he's already behind the 8 ball on that, because I think somebody should have already had gotten on top of that.
Yeah.
You know, because you guys are gonna need new scripts for that. So, let me see here. Turn on your purpose, that's, open-ended questions. Okay, right here, we're right here.
Make your interactions. Like this for me.
Yeah, and say it out loud.
Make your interactions with your clients about them and not about yourself.
But louder.
Oh,
Make your reaction.
make
Make your,
your interactions with your clients about them and not about yourself. I made a lot of mistakes like that.
Yeah.
Can you give me a copy?
yes,
of
I'm
this?
gonna make all you, I'm gonna give them to her so she can make a copy for all you guys, okay? All right, so I'll just read the last ones, okay? So make your interactions with your clients about them and not about yourself. When it's about you, it's about your ego. The next one is to be a great agent, record your listing presentations and improve prospecting daily. How many of you guys have recorded your presentations? Never? Okay, nobody has ever recorded? Okay, so according to him, and I know I've had this and my work that they've made us like we recorded and it was awkward, but it kind of like lets you know the, like what you're saying and how, you know, maybe you can improve upon it. So maybe that's one thing that you guys can do is practice your presentations when you're practicing your scripts and stuff and record, have each other record it and then see, you know what, this doesn't sound right. You need to like fix it and stuff and make it better. So that's another thing that he said. Keep your goals and action plan at the top of mind, so always know what you want. I'm almost done. The last one is, last two. Build a team that is solution minded. Give them the ability to act, to free you up to list and sell property. So in general, I said this at my last presentation, is when you're thinking of vendors, like he gave me a great compliment and I really appreciate that. So I like been doing this for 26 years. And I'm very passionate about what I do and stuff. And if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be doing it. And so, when somebody calls me and says they have a service issue with their clients, like I get Margarita on top of it right away. And I say, hey, you know, let's try to see what we can do so that this agent can, you know, not be worried about this because you have other things that you have to worry about. Like, how am I going to get another listing? How am I going to get another sale? How do I prospect? How do I do this? So everybody that's on your team needs to be solution minded, right? You just have to tell them, this is what I need. Can you make it happen as best as possible? Right? And that's title company, that's whoever it is, it doesn't matter. But that's how he said. He says, the team that you choose, and if it's a team within, like, let's say you have an assistant, that assistant, you need to be able to let go so that she can do her thing and or he can do his thing and just let him do what they need to do, just direct them. But don't oversee everything because then you're like losing the purpose, which is your purpose is to buy, to list and sell properties.
A lot of what we don't know in us or agents don't know is what we can get out of the insurance companies like CRES to help us.
Yes.
The title company, what they can give us to help us, or any other places that, or companies that are dealing with our office. We don't know what we can ask them to give us to help us.
Well, I mean, it has to be within RESPA, right?
Sure.
So obviously what I'm doing in here is within RESPA,
Right.
everything and stuff, but this is not costing anything, but
Right.
maybe there's one thing in here that maybe you're just like, you know what,
I
I
think
really
there's
gotta
a lot
work
of
on that,
stuff
you know?
in there.
Even if it's one thing that you got and you say, you know what, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what he's talking about. He's talking about that you shouldn't be dealing with, you know, $10 an hour work, because how much is your value? If you calculate how much is your value per hour? So if your value per hour is, let's say $200, why are you doing $10 work?
Right.
Right? And so you need to get somebody else to do the $10 work so you can continue to do the $200 work.
You
Right?
know what I think though, a lot of times, especially new people, I've been in the industry on escrow, but they don't see the beginning, the initial, you working out, you're doing all the paperwork and going through all of this, and they don't understand, hey, RESPA, you're talking about the closing statement or something like that, you know, or they don't understand the different things that are in the beginning, digging that hole, you know, to get that listing. And I think it just sounds kind of too much. It's voluminous, you know? And so that's all I'm just saying when you're saying, okay, how can we get the title company to help us?
Yeah, well, you can
You
just
know,
ask
or-
them, what do you have that can help me in my business? Then you don't even have to like, they know what they can tell you or what they can give and what they
Okay.
can't. So you don't have to like tell them what you want. You could just say, you know, what is available out there that
Okay,
can help me in
help
my
us.
business so that I can, you know, be a better listing agent or a
Okay.
better selling agent,
Okay,
right?
okay, all right.
And so that's, I think if you come at it that way, then they can tell you. what they
Now,
have
is there a
available.
price for the marketing or? I mean,
Everything that the only price for me is just use Old Republic. That's all. That's all. Use Old Republic.
Okay.
And then, I'll give you the last one. Be growth minded. Growth is out of your comfort zone. Do the things, do different things, and then you will see things different. So, learn an instrument, go on, he says, go on a vacation that you never would have gone on. Do the things to expand your mind, so you can think different. And he said one thing, because if it's one thing, I'll end it with this. He said, if it's one thing, that's for sure, 100%, is that change will always happen. Change will always happen. I mean, I go to a lot of real estate offices right now, and there's a lot of agents that are scared. They're nervous, they're, whatever. And then there's some agents that are saying, you know what, I've been doing this for a long time. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And so it's up here. Everything's up here. How do we perceive things and how do we approach it? And how fast are we adaptable? And then how do we stay on top of the market, not behind it? Let's get in front of it, right? And that's how you're gonna be at the top always. And so that's it for me. I know it kind of went off of home warrant, a little bit of everything, but I just feel all of this in general can help you in your business. And that's why. Right, thank you guys. And so I will make you guys some copies on the certificate and also on my little takeaway.